Alright, what is up everybody? It's Johan here with Delgado Detailing, and today I want to just, have you guys join me for one of my actual favorite parts of detailing in itself is actually, filling up my chemicals and doing all that stuff. We'll be talking a little bit, just kind of getting to know each other and just talking about, our recent successes, our recent fails, while, we do this essential part of the business. So, I've got my gallons, I've got my actual sprayers that I take to my job sites, and then got some gallons of distilled water back here to kind of help me out. But yeah, so I've noticed a lot recently. My business has been growing quite a dang bit, and that's a great thing and all. Only problem that I've been running into recently is time. So if you guys personally know me, you know that I also have a part-time job. I work evenings 5 to 10, and I've liked it for a while. It was great when I was in college, and it was especially great, I'm still in college, but it was especially great when I was only doing a couple cars a month, like 3 to 4 to 5 cars a month. Now that it's summertime, my business has grown exponentially, and when I say that, I really mean it. I think, the past 2 months I've done around an average of like 15 to 17 cars a month. And it's great, my income is growing exponentially, like a lot. But I found that my body has not really been faring very well. I don't know when the last time it was that I didn't feel sore. And that's kind of the thing I'm running into now. My whole body aches because, the job I work at is also very physical. I work in a warehouse. So although it's only, like maximum 5 hours of work, it's usually between 3.5 to like 4 hours of work that I do at night. If I'm detailing basically all day, let's say if I start a detail at 10 o'clock and then, I go through like 4:30 and, then all of a sudden, I have to go straight to work. My body doesn't get a break, and that's kind of been the issue I've been really running into. And I am actually planning on telling my boss today. I've been planning the whole time to, leave this part-time job and maybe pursue detailing full-time, as this really is my passion. But it's the job security that scares me. I don't want to leave a place where I'm guaranteed income, and there's some great benefits of this company that I work with, even though I'm only part-time. But it's really cutting back on my ability to schedule some clients. Currently right now I'm almost booked out a whole month. I'm booked out for 3 weeks ahead, and I've been having to turn down some clients, some potential clients, like potential high-paying, like $370 details that I have to, refer to other people or just decline because I just don't have the time and the availability. I can only really do a maximum of like maybe 2 cars in a day, but normally I limit it just to 1. And that's kind of my issue. So I'm working on trying to make a game plan to see how I can make this, the best, how I can make the most out of it, kind of develop my business plan a little more. That way I'm not really going into this blind and rash and in a bad way. But yeah, that's kind of the issue I'm working with. I'm trying to also legalize my business, figure out the whole accounting type of side and LLCs and that type of stuff. There's a lot of information out there, and it's not very clear sometimes. So yeah, and then also I wanted to see if anybody else kind of repurposes like their jugs. Like for example, this was, I think it was a 64 ounce like Chemical Guys soap jug. I've used all the soap, and so I emptied it out, cleared it out, and I'm using it to make some detail spray. So now I have 64 ounces of detail spray, which is very, very easy. It's very convenient because the actual dilution ratio for a detail spray when you use Absolute is 64 to 1. Oh, and I forgot, I was actually going to add just a tiny bit of protection to this. Not a lot, so I don't want to have to deal with a bunch of like buff on and buff off crap. I was planning on adding, I think, like 2 ounces bead maker actually to it. As you can see, I'm almost out of bead maker, but I'm going to switch over to shoot, what is it called? Beat It Up by 3D. I've heard some really great things about it, and the biggest downfall of bead maker is it's more like dust maker. It attracts a lot of dust, and you know, even you know, PNS and the rag company will tell you, oh, you've got to you know, let it cure. It's got a cure time of 8 hours. But you know, we as mobile detailers, I mean, we don't have that that luxury of being able to leave a car in the shop for 8 hours, you know, not out in the sun. You know, half the time it's like you're actually applying it in direct sunlight outside. You're working quick, but you know, the dust immediately starts to attract before. I don't know if it's exact wording, but I watched the whole video of the rag company explaining bead maker and this whole issue, and that like the polymers or something need time to flip, so it's anti-static and all that stuff. Most of us just don't have the time for that, sadly. But you know, it is what it is. But you know, having a detail spray, you know, it's really, really nice. Especially, you know, once you're done doing the whole car, you go around, you see a couple streaks, maybe from like some runoffs or by the mirrors or by the doors. You know, a quick detail spray, you know, will safely give you enough lubrication so you can just safely wipe it off. But yeah, it's kind of the things I'm running into. But you know, it's also, you know, it's also a big blessing. You know, that means that the business is growing. You know, I'm starting to make a lot of income, but you know, like I said, I got to start paying taxes. Got to figure that whole thing out, because if not, you know, the end of this coming year, I'm gonna be really screwed. But I'm super excited because I mean, this has always been my dream, to run and operate my own auto detailing business. I used to go to college up in Idaho, and I worked at a detail shop over there, and the way I actually got that job was very interesting. So I was taking, you know, I'm going to college for business management, minoring in entrepreneurship. I know I don't need it for detailing business, but you know, I've listened to a lot of podcasts and talked to some people, and I mean, it comes down, it doesn't really matter how good of a detailer you are. If you're a crappy detailer, then you know, that does kind of play a factor, but it really does not matter how good of a detailer you are. You will still run yourself out, like, down to the ground and out of business if you just don't know how to run a business. Detailing is just only a small portion of what this business entails of. So that's the main reason why I'm going to college. You know, it's my dream to be able to do this forever, honestly. Oh, I did not bring this, so I will be right back. But yeah, kind of like I was saying, it doesn't matter how good of a detailer you are. You could be the absolute best in your area. Maybe you've mastered the techniques and stuff. I mean, shoot, if you don't know the basics, like, just, you don't need to be super in-depth in this, but if you don't know the basics of marketing, if you don't know the basics of business and how to run one, how to manage your money, and that type of stuff, I mean, you're gonna run yourself down to the ground. You know, if you're only pricing a full detail at $90, I mean, you're not going to last more than maybe 2-3 years. So that's why I'm going there, doing the business management and that type of stuff. So hopefully it helps. But you know, if you're kind of like a detailer like me, who used to just do this as like a really small side hustle, and you kind of want to know if you're having some success or not, I think his name is S&P Details on TikTok. I love watching his TikTok. He's a really good guy, really smart guy. You know, his content is annoying versus some other detailers on TikTok. Their content can be quite annoying sometimes. But I mean, his stuff is really good. But one thing that he brought up was, if you're having to refill your chemicals, you're doing something right. If you're having a really big laundry day for detailing, you're doing something right. You know, if you're booked out for at least a week or even a couple days, like if you have 3 details in a row, 4 details in a row, you're doing something right. So the biggest downfall and the biggest problem that we as detailers run into is we love to compare ourselves to other people. And in my area, there's a lot of detailers who don't even have a website. But there's also a lot of really established detailers who've been here for 10+ years, who have over 1,000 reviews on Google, You know, I can't compare my success to them. It's unfair to me. You're gonna run yourself into a depressive episode. It's just not good. There's no reason to compare yourself to people like that who have been established for so long. One day that will be you, but what you need to focus on is what are you doing right now, not what aren't you doing. I mean, I guess it is a good thing to consider. You know, what things are the competition doing that you're not doing? That's a good question to ask yourself. But I mean, if all you're doing is comparing numbers, oh, this dude has gotten like 4 details this week, 5 details this week, 6 details this week, and I've got 2. You know, I must suck. You know, everyone starts somewhere. I've been detailing since I was 16 years old. I'm 23 right now, and granted, no, not the whole time I was doing detailing. Not all those years was I doing it full time and, you know, putting everything into it, and, you know, all the stuff that I have now, I've accumulated over the years. You know, I didn't just go and drop $4,000 to have all the equipment and chemicals that I have today. It was over the years that I've accumulated that stuff. So remember that don't look at it in the short run. Look at things and your progress, you know, and their long run potential. You know, shoot, yeah, what if you're not bringing in 10 grand a month? But what are you doing? You know, you set yourself some little small goals. You know, my goal, let's say, for example, your goal could be like, all right, I want to make my first $1,000 in detailing. Set little goals there, and once you hit that 1,000, all right, next month 1,500. Try to do small little steps here and there. Let me go ahead and write this. I can't write and talk at the same time. It's a problem. So every once in a while, my labels will kind of wear off from refilling and stuff. The chemicals getting on the Sharpie, but I kind of totally lost my train of thought. I can't remember where I was at. But nonetheless, you know, don't fall in that trap of comparison. I've fallen into it, and I've actually become pretty good. I don't know if I would say friends, but there's this local detailer in my same city that I work in that, you know, I follow him on Facebook. We talk a lot, and just yesterday, actually, we're talking a lot about kind of the things that we do in our business, and especially pricing, because I have a big opportunity with a really wealthy guy in another city that I work in. I cover like around 3 to 4 cities, and he has like 9 cars that he wants me, that potentially he might want me to do weekly. And I mean, I already have so many clients, so filling all those people in, filling all those details, it might be kind of hard. So I reached out to this guy to kind of see, you know, if maybe we could work a deal out. You know, he gets 100% of like half the cars that we do a week. You know, that's still $400 a week for both of us on details that shouldn't take more than an hour 30 a car. So, you know, it sounds great. But I mean, this dude's pricing structure is completely different than mine. So, you know, it didn't really make sense for him. You know, the price that I was thinking in my head for weekly details on these almost pristine coupes and stuff, you know, I was thinking in my head a certain number, and he was thinking of a lot higher number. But come to find out, his whole pricing is like a flat rate almost for everything, you know, and not taking consideration the size of the car, not taking consideration, you know, like not even upselling for dog hair, everything. You know, it's what's worked for him, but it's completely different than my pricing thing that I've developed over the years. So remember, you know, some things might work for you, some things might work different for other people. Just find what works best for you, you know, what gives you the most success. I mean, I used to be super duper cheap, and I did a couple details, but, you know, I wasn't really seeing much return until I really upped my prices, and I developed a pricing system that kind of differentiates, you know, the prices goes up depending on the size of the car, and then I have an additional extra dirty fee if needed. So you know, kind of just try to find your own little groove of things, and it comes through months and months, or maybe even years of hard work and research, market research, and doing your own research on cars and stuff. So yeah, same thing. I'm gonna write this label, so I can't really talk. So non-acid. So this is my favorite wheel cleaner actually now. It's non-acid by Nanoskin. If you guys saw my other video, you guys saw how it compared to one of the best in the games, Adam's wheel and tire cleaner. Now I did see, I think they're getting greedy on Amazon. Don't buy this stuff on Amazon anymore. They're trying to sell it for freaking like $45 now. Ever since my video came out, I don't know if it was from my video or from other people too, but my video got like 1.5 thousand views. Not a lot, but I mean the price is more than doubled on Amazon. But if you check even on Nanoskin's website, granted you'll have to pay shipping on Nanoskin's website, but I mean it's $19 still there. The best place that I've found, what is this stuff? Terminator. The best place that I found was actually Detailed Image. The sale is probably over by the time you're watching this video, but they had a sale where they give you a code and you can get free shipping, and it's $19.99, like even cheaper than what's on Amazon. So I just ordered some more from there, but don't buy it off of Amazon anymore. The sellers on Amazon, which are probably not Nanoskin, it's probably some other company that you know, buys in bulk and stuff. They're getting greedy. Oh, this is the wrong thing. They're getting greedy and they're trying to charge more than double. You know, at that price point, it's definitely not worth it. At $45 a gallon, you're right. You're a little bit under the Adams, so it's still pretty cheap. But at that point, you know, I'd probably recommend even Brake Buster. Although it's not the strongest cleaner, if you use it at a higher concentrated form, you know, it'll be a lot better for you. What was I gonna do next? Oh yeah, my carpet cleaner, which I kind of hope this thing isn't broken because it's starting to leak a lot. So I hope the seal or something, I don't know what's going on that's making it leak a lot. There's a freaking bug right here. But I was trying to finish off some of my lightning fast from Chemical Guys that I bought way back when. But I really love, if you guys haven't used it yet, the freaking the three, I forgot how they call it. It's like a 3 system step from P&S. So basically you use Terminator first, you pre-soak it with Terminator, then you hit it with Carpet Bomber, and once you shampoo, whether you're using an extractor or a dry extraction method, you finish it up with Finisher, which is peroxide treatment. I mean, shoot, dude, your carpets will come out like amazing. So for this gallon, I kind of gave myself a little cheat sheet. I need 15 ounces. It came out like 14.33, something like that. Rounding up to 15, which I wanted it to be like, I think, what did I do? I think I did the 8 to 5. 8 to 1 dilution for this, because you know, I don't think, you know, I feel like if you can get good results, you know, you might have to scrub a little harder, might have to extract a couple seconds longer, but if that can save you from having to buy a whole gallon of chemical more often, I mean, I see the value in that, because chemicals can be, they're not super expensive compared to like actual equipment, like the actual, like your pressure washers, you know, your whatever form of extraction you use, whether it be a Bissell. You know, I actually will use a combo of a Bissell and a Hart 3-in-1, because I feel like the Hart 3-in-1 has better suction versus the Bissell. The Bissell has more like water output, so I'll hit it at first with the Bissell after I, you know, drill brush it, and then I'll go and follow up with the Hart, and then it'll really get like basically all the nice stuff that the Bissell didn't have the, you know, the Bissell didn't have the strength to suck up. The Hart will actually get it. So I'm actually almost done here, which is sad, but I kind of do want to show you guys something I've been implementing in my business recently that I've actually really enjoyed doing, and my clients have actually really enjoyed receiving. Let me go ahead and get all this stuff put back. So what I've been doing recently is I bought a big pack of these little I think these are 4-ounce little spray bottles, just mini spray bottles, and I've been basically making my clients a little like gift basket for whenever they book, you know, like full details, or like faithful clients that have been with me for months and months and months. You know, when I first started thinking of this, it's gonna be kind of hard. Let's see if I can do this without spilling too much on myself. Oh shoot, it's cold. Let's see if I can balance this or trap it with like that. Let's see if I can do this. Ooh, spilling a lot. It makes my heart hurt. Well, I'll kind of show you guys just this one as I'm kind of struggling a little bit, and then I'll just do the rest off camera. It's kind of sad I wasted a bit of product there. We'll have to pour a little bit more out. I'll pour it back into. So what I've been doing is I've actually just been filling this up with rinseless wash. I'm not sure if you guys have tried it yet, but you know, if you're looking to save and cut costs on products, especially for interior details, I think I have it right here. I call it, you know, wipe down. It's literally just the rinseless wash solution at the right dilution. So it's 256 to 1. So if you have the 32 ounce bottle of rinseless, 1 capful is about half an ounce. So with 1 gallon, which I have, where'd it go? And this used to be my brake buster gallon jug, but I just took the sticker off and I have rinseless in here. So for 1 gallon of distilled water, all you got to do is just use 1 capful, and you got the rinseless wash dilution. So I usually will put that in a pump sprayer. I have another gallon pump sprayer. I'll put it in, and that helps me a lot on, you know, on my washes, to do as like, I usually use it as a drying aid to kind of help get everything, you know, if there's some like solidified soap or a little bit, you know, water spots developing, as I don't have DI water, it actually helps eliminate those. But it also works really great on interiors. I mean, it is a great glass cleaner. It does super well at cleaning like the infotainment screens and even your gauge cluster. It's great at cleaning the doors, like basically every single surface that's in your car. It is great at cleaning. Now, it won't have the same cleaning effect as, you know, P&S Express. So normally on really dirty cars, dirty interiors, I'll use Express as it's a lot stronger. But on my maintenance clients, I see about 7 people a month. I almost 100% just use this rinseless wash solution. And I mean, this is, I don't even remember the exact cost per ounce, but I mean, this is just pennies. There's just a couple cents in here. And I can use this whole spray bottle. I can just apply it literally into the inside. And I get really good results. You know, it's even great at almost like a maintenance carpet cleaning. Spray on the carpet, you know, if you're not doing a shampoo, but it's a maintenance client, spray on the carpet, wipe it down with, you know, a damp rag, follow up with a dry rag. I mean, and you're good. It gets a lot of the surface stirred up. But that is it for today. You know, I hope you guys are able to kind of connect with me a little bit more. I know I'm new to YouTube, haven't really posted a lot of videos yet. I'm not really trying to become one of those super big like content creators, like, you know, like Detail Groove or Wilson Auto Detailing or Pan the Organizer. I actually am trying to more use my YouTube more for business reasons. You know, I'm gonna start working on that. But I do like talking to my followers. I know I have a couple people who watched, you know, the past video, so I hope you guys have subscribed. But I kind of want to just talk to you guys, you know, as I do a normal thing in the detailing world that people don't really talk about. There's a whole lot of things on the administrative side and maintenance side of having a detailing business that people don't really talk about. A lot of people just talk about just details themselves, pricings, and what to buy, you know, best products at Walmart. And don't buy your products at Walmart, except for Super Clean. Your Super Clean's pretty good, but like, I mean, you know, you might have some luck every once in a while going to Ollie's. I bought actually this whole gallon of soap at Ollie's, and every once in a while, like once in a blue moon, they'll have some good products at a really big discount, but I wouldn't really bank on that. I mean, go to Amazon. I mean, shoot, like this stuff from P&S, it's not that expensive, and it's a lot better than what you'll get for Chemical Guys, and it's actually cheaper than Chemical Guys most of the time. So I know I'm going on a big tangent. I'm making us stay longer than you really need to, but I don't really get finished talking about this. But what I've been doing is I've been including, I'll get a I'll include a picture right here, but I'll get a microfiber rag. I'll kind of fold it in a way till it creates a little pocket, and then I'll put like 2 business cards, one of these little interior sprays in there, and then I have some of those like Wonder Wafers, you know, the air fresheners. I'll leave maybe 1 or 2 of them in there as well. And then at the time, you know, when I'm walking around doing the final walk down with the client, you know, I'll let them know like, hey, thanks for booking with me, or thanks for being a faithful client. This is a little gift for you. So, you know, in the time before our next detail, if you get some gunk on your steering wheel, or let's say if your touch screen gets all nasty with fingerprints, you know, just a couple sprays with this, you know, again, let's get the sprays like 1, 2, and then with this towel, it'll get you good, and it'll help you kind of maintain it cleaner and not get super nasty until I see it next. So a lot of people have loved it. My clients have loved it. You know, I really love just giving gifts, and on the administrative side, it's actually tax deductible. Although it's not a lot of money, I think per year you can deduct a $25 gift per customer. So, you know, this may come down to like $2. It depends on what towel you use mainly. Oops, sorry, touched the mic. What towel you use and what air fresheners you use. But for me, it's come down to around like $2 per gift. So that's actually tax deductible if you're trying to do stuff on your taxes and stuff. I'm still figuring all that stuff out. But again, thank you guys. Oh, almost choked. Thank you guys for watching. You know, I hope to put out some more more content on YouTube, and you know, I really just love what I do, and I hope you guys, just maybe some of you guys are sympathizing with me or connecting with me with my issue on, you know, trying to quit my part-time job and follow this, you know, do this stuff full-time. It's a big risk. It's really scary, but I think it's really the best step for my next business. I mean, it's really the best thing for my next steps in business. So wish me luck. If you guys are religious, I do ask for prayers for me, so I can, you know, have God on my side always, and be able to, you know, be humble enough to, you know, listen to Him when He speaks to me, to try to direct me in better ways. But I hope you guys enjoyed this. You know, if you need to fill up your chemicals, go do it today. You know, it was supposed to be raining today. But there's no rain. It's actually like 80 degrees and it hasn't rained a single time. So I had a cancellation today and actually tomorrow due to the rain. So taking care of some business. But yep, that is it. And I will see you guys next time.